How's it going, guys? This is the American Foot Channel, and today we are going to do Champions League quarterfinal predictions. But before I do any of that, don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? Don't forget to do that. But anyways, let's get started. All right, guys, so in the first quarterfinal, we have Arsenal from England. You guys know Arsenal, come on. And Bayern Munich. This one's a little tricky because, first of all, Arsenal are usually bottle jobs. They usually choke artists. And then we have Bayern Munich, who is typically pretty good in this competition, and they have been this season. But their league form has been terrible, and I don't trust this Bayern Munich team too much, to be honest. I think in general, Arsenal probably has a more solid team at the moment. But Bayern Munich's also, they got Harry Kane, who people like to make fun of Harry Kane and they like to say that he sucks and he never wins anything. But the man's scoring goals. He's got over 30 goals already this season. He's already breaking records. He has more goals and appearances in the league. He's got, 4 hat tricks now. You can't discredit that. It's insane. I've heard people say that Harry Kane sucks, that this proves that he's a horrible player. The man does not suck, man. He has over 30 goals. He's one of the best players in the world. He's not just your typical 9. Like, he could do all kinds of shit. He could create. He could pick out passes. He had a bunch of assists in Spurs. So that's pretty disingenuous to call him a bad player. But I look at this. This one's rough to predict, man. It's a rough one. But you know what? I'm gonna say that Harry Kane's gonna have his way with Arsenal, and I think that he's gonna lead them to a win against the Gunners. I think that's going to happen. So I think it's going to be Bayern Munich in this one. But guys, if you think I'm full of shit and you think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. But that's what I think. I think that Harry Kane and, Bayern Munich has some firepower. It's not like it's just Harry Kane. They have Musiala, they have Gnabry, they have Sané. So they have some firepower for sure. They have good players, good pieces. Things have just not worked out because they have Thomas Tuchel as their coach. And I don't think he's a very good coach in general. He's a very stubborn coach, and I think he's actually dragging this team down. He's actually lucky to have won the league last season, only because the other bottle jobs in this bracket I'm going to speak about them shortly. They choked the league away because Terzic is a horrible coach. But yeah, guys, I think Bayern Munich is going to advance in this one. And speaking of bottle jobs, we have Atletico de Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. So this is the other quarterfinal. It's a good matchup. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think Atletico de Madrid is going to win. I don't see Borussia Dortmund winning this. I think they're kind of fortunate to be here. They did have some good moments, like the first half and the second leg against the PSV. But PSV is a good team, and they had them against the ropes many times. They just couldn't finish. They should have probably tied that last game. And then from there, we could have seen what would have happened. But this Dortmund team is not good, man. It's not a good team. It's actually like a shell of former Dortmund teams that we've seen. Edin Terzic is a horrible coach. And yeah, I'm American, and probably some people are going to think that it's because he doesn't play Gio Reyna and send him away on loan. But that's just one of the many issues that I have with him. I don't think he's a good coach, man. Like I said earlier, he choked away, him and his team, because, he has 11 players on the pitch, right? But they choked away the league last season. And I don't think they're going to do very good against Atletico de Madrid. I think they're going to get pressed. And I think that Cholo Simeone's team is going to win for sure. This one's pretty easy for me. I can't see Dortmund beating Atletico de Madrid. I really can't. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. But let's move on to the next one. So this one is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Guys, this is a heck of a matchup. It really is. These are two very good teams. It's Real Madrid and Manchester City, guys. Come on. Last year, Manchester City actually knocked out Real Madrid from the semifinals, and they made it to the final, and obviously they won it. They did it in a very convincing fashion. But, guys, I'm going to say it, and I might look like a little bit of a homer, but I actually think that Real Madrid is not going to let that happen again. I think they're going to win against Manchester City. And, this is a good Manchester City. Yeah, they're not in first place in the league at the moment, but they have Kevin De Bruyne back, which is huge. But the man came back from injury like nothing ever happened. He was out for months, man. He came back and he was just there pinging assists, scoring goals. doing everything that Kevin De Bruyne does. So it's not going to be easy for Real Madrid. Definitely not easy. I think they're going to win it. I think Jude Bellingham and Rodrigo and Vinicius are going to push them through. It's a lot of firepower. Manchester City it's a really good team. It might be more of a complete team than Real Madrid, to be honest, especially with a forward like Haaland. Real Madrid does not have a 9 like that. They have Joselu, who's not really at that level, not really Real Madrid standard in my opinion, at least not as a starter. But I do think that Real Madrid's going to win this. It's going to be tight. It's going to be really, really tight, guys. But I do think I can't see Madrid losing 2 years in a row to Manchester City. I can't see them going out in the quarterfinals like that. Manchester City has had some sus moments. They haven't been too convincing at times. They've gone a lot better recently, especially since De Bruyne came back. Phil Foden's in the form of his life. Haaland, people are hating on Haaland, saying that he's having like a second year slump. He's still a damn good player, guys. He's still scored a bunch of goals. They have a really solid team, I'm not gonna lie. But I see Real Madrid getting the best of them this time. I see our boy Ancelotti getting the best of Pep Guardiola. I think they're gonna advance. So that's my prediction with that one. And then we got to look at the next one, which is actually Barcelona versus PSG. This one is tricky. PSG has not been too convincing, and obviously Barcelona hasn't, especially being in third place in La Liga behind Real Madrid and Girona. Girona. I think it's Girona. I always say Girona. This is Girona. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. I think that Barcelona is going to somehow sneak by PSG. And I think this is Mbappe. I actually really think this is Mbappe's last year with PSG. So I think he's going to have a really sour taste to his last Champions League campaign with PSG. And I think he's going to come back with a vengeance when he joins whichever team, which hopefully is Real Madrid next season. But I see Barcelona advancing, to be honest. As much as it hurts me to say that, I see them winning it. They're kind of picking up some form recently. They got some good young players. I think they're just going to sneak by it. I think Mbappe's going to do absolutely everything he can to push PSG across the finish line here. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Barcelona's going to just win and advance. But anyways, guys, those were my predictions. Once I go through them really quick, I think Bayern Munich, Atletico de Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona are going to advance. So 3 Spanish teams in the quarter or in the semifinals, which is kind of a throwback. We've seen that happen before. But I think those are going to be the winners. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know if you think I am wrong. And anyways, also don't forget to subscribe once again. Don't forget to subscribe. It's pretty easy. It's right there, somewhere right there. Anyways, y'all have a good one.